everybody, welcome back to another video. Today you guys are going to see us work on the front of David's truck. I know you guys already seen that posted on Instagram, but I need to finish these videos up. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're a return viewer, thank you. We truly appreciate you guys. Yeah, stay tuned. All right, guys, so like I mentioned, we're gonna do the firewall and then the front on one video. Mondo feels really confident in cutting it, so he's gonna go ahead and start trimming it up for me, and then I'll come in here and I'll draw it where he needs to have it at. That way it's not wrong. So we're gonna go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse. Probably not. We're not gonna put you on a time lapse this time. Whenever we come back, I'm just gonna show you guys where it's cut, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I mark it. That doesn't mean that's how you need to do it, but that's just how I like to do it, all right? All right, yeah, check this out. So this is what I was talking about earlier about having a template. I made this template a while back, and I have it lined up to where I use it as a reference. And then back here, it does end at the cab because I make the, oh, excuse me. I make the back flat, obviously. That way the wheel doesn't hit. I move it all the way back to the cab. So if it hits, it's because you got a really huge wheel, honestly. But it shouldn't hit on 28s or even 30s whenever you lift them up. Obviously, you gotta lift them up so it doesn't hit on the fender. But this is a template that I have, guys. And as you can see, you know, it goes right there. So this is a cutout for the harness that's gonna be down there now instead of up here. We still have to go in here and cut this out completely, that we can clean up here and then mark it. Or 8.5 inches when we go in, 8.5 or 9, I forgot what it is. But we still have to make a filler panel for here. Obviously, it's easier if you just make a filler panel that goes here and then cut it there. I've done it in the past where you do the whole thing, but it's just a lot more work. So totally however you want to do it, guys, but this is just some advice. I know the wheel's never gonna hit back here aired out because that means the wheel's not centered in the wheel well, but I'd rather over clear the first time than the customer have to redo it again. Alright, guys, so you guys can see the firewall is tacked on there. I didn't show you guys the whole process on this. You guys have seen us do this plenty of times before, but I do want this customer to see exactly what we did. We did the firewall out to the side. Obviously filled it in right there. Give me a second, I'm gonna show you guys in here. It's fully tagged. We still got to fully weld it, obviously. The harness has been relocated down there. This is a harness that typically comes out there, which we don't have space for up there no more. The driver's side is tacked in. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse. You guys are gonna see me weld out the front completely. I'm gonna show you guys that completely since the time lapse only takes about 30 seconds for the whole 3-4 hour job. But you guys will see that right now. Hey, dilo. Vendilo, güey. Antes de que me siga regañando Dani, básicamente lo que acabo de decir es que ya hicimos la pared de los dos lados. Ahorita está, ¿cómo se dice? Tacked en español, taqueada, puntada. Puntada se dice, ¿no? Pero no está soldada porque todavía no está soldada completamente. Está taqueada, puntada, como lo quieran decir. El punto es que ya está así. Obviamente se quitó todo el tablero, se mochó todo ahí, se limpió. Y ahora vamos a soldar todo completamente. Y no se le va a meter el agua. Porque aparte de todo soldado por adentro y por afuera, también le vamos a echar seam sealer. ¿Cómo se dice seam sealer en español? ¿Pegamento? Pero no es pegamento ni silicón, no somos siliconators aquí. Alright guys, so as you can see, the seam sealer is already on. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the pedal assembly that has to be modified, the AC box has to be modified, and getting the original fuse box in there mounted, because obviously we bolt a stud on there that has a bolt. We don't just leave it hanging. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably put you guys on a time lapse whenever I'm modifying the brake pedal. Maybe not, because there's really no point. But whenever it's time for me to assemble this, I will show you guys everything again. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have a seam sealer on, the bolt for the bracket. We modified the pedal like we normally do. Same thing over there. Sealed, ready to go. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, like every other truck, we're gonna go ahead and vacuum this truck out, blow it out, make sure there's no more dirt or metal shavings in here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse of me assembling the whole thing again. Alright you guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and mounted the box up there with the bolt that I welded on there. The harness is ran through the original grommet. The AC is back on. Obviously I moved it over there. I didn't show you guys that, but let me show you guys what the outside looks like. So the outside still has the original grommet, so that there is no water getting in there. What else? You guys already seen that. Let me go show you guys the other side. The other side, the exact same thing. I turned the AC box around so that it doesn't hit the firewall. And then the grommet that usually goes out right there is now down there with the original grommet as well. So let me show you guys that. This is what it looks like. If you guys paid attention to whenever we were taking this apart, that goes up here. Everything's seam sealed right there. Inside painted, ready to go. So you shouldn't have any leaks inside. Let's keep assembling this truck. Now that Dana went ahead and welded the control arms. Corte! Anyways, before I started stuttering, now that Danny finished welding up the control arms, he's gonna go ahead and start getting them installed. But he does have to take this off first because obviously they weren't removed and they need to be removed. So he's gonna take that off and then he's gonna start with the upper control arms. Start getting everything ready. He does still have to clean the frame because it wasn't cleaned correctly as well. So he's gonna put you guys in a time lapse. He's gonna get the upper arms tacked in and everything. And then after they're fully welded, I'll come in here and show you guys, and then I'll talk a little bit more about them. Alright guys, so as you can see, Danny went ahead and welded the upper control arm mounts, the shock mount, and he also went ahead and welded the back mount. The only thing missing now is we gotta finish cleaning out the frame completely because I wasn't done, and then we can spray the thing. We also gotta weld the brake line onto there as well, but you guys will see that whenever it's done and painted. Now we can go ahead and get started on relocating everything, relocating the battery behind the bumper, obviously, the ECM, the fuse box that goes up there. Now you guys already seen that on the red GMC. If you watch the whole video, guys, thank you. We truly appreciate you guys. The next video is gonna be the back part because I need to finish the series up. So I am gonna edit the next one as soon as I upload this one because I need to finish them up later. We out.